phone buzzes at 10:30 p.m. Your kid is grinning. Your heart is racing. And two parents stare at each other like it's the World Series and no one has the roster. That's the exact moment legal questions sneak into family life.
Welcome to Danni's Den. Today we're unspooling that late-night scene into a simple playbook. The forms you need, the words to say when tempers flare, how to handle season travel and expenses, and a tiny music ritual to keep the kid anchored. Let's chat.
Promise, in one line, by the time we're done, you'll have a short, actionable checklist and a couple of scripts you can use tonight if recruiting calls start piling up. No legal fluff, just usable steps. You show up at a hospital and they say they can't tell you anything? That's FERPA hitting home.
FERPA is the Federal Education Privacy Rule. Once your child is 18, colleges won't share grades, housing, or conduct records without a signed release. Get that FERPA release signed at the registrar if you want access. It's quick, but parents often assume access comes automatically. It doesn't.
Hospitals and team med staff will also treat most college athletes as adults. So imagine a coach calling at 2 a.m. and the ER says you can't be given details. Frustrating, right?
Fixes: a medical power of attorney, a limited durable power for healthcare, or a notarized event-specific authorization for a season or trip. Do this before travel begins. It avoids frantic midnight scrambling.
Temporary guardianship is the next tool. Think of it as a short, formal passive authority, useful for long travel blocks, study abroad during eligibility, or concentrated seasons when one parent can't be reached.
Custody orders usually continue to exist even when a child lives on campus, but the day-to-day logistics change. Weekend travel, midweek practices, and holiday games create friction. The safest move? Put temporary arrangements in writing. An email or simple signed note creates a record later if needed.
Presenting a united front doesn't mean you agree on everything. It means keeping the focus on the athlete. Try this neutral line for travel permission. We both want what's best for Alex. For this trip, flight details, contact numbers, and medical authorization are as follows. Please confirm. Short, specific, non-accusatory.
Rituals matter more than grand gestures. Keep one small thing constant. A weekly video check-in, a playlist you both add to, or a 2-minute bedtime call. Those tiny rituals say, no matter the distance, you're still family.
Money complicates everything. Child support rules vary by state, and athletic travel or trainer costs often sit outside typical support. So document who pays what before habits form. Here's a concrete example. If recruiting trips and weekend lodging add up to about $1,200 a month, put that number in a shared spreadsheet and mark who paid what. That's specific, replicable, and keeps arguments from being memory wars. Make receipts and email confirmations your friend. Create a shared folder, scans of invoices, insurance cards, and approval emails, so anyone who needs a record can find it quickly. Curious, now the sports realities, so your legal moves match the game. Recruiting rhythms differ by sport. Football ramps up earlier, baseball scouts circle for a longer season, and other sports have their own timing. Know the rhythm and plan the paperwork around it.
A quick NCAA tip. Compliance or recruiting coordinators handle eligibility and official visit rules. Ask to speak to them for procedural questions, and keep coach conversations focused on development, not eligibility. And always copy the other parent on any compliance emails required by your custody agreement.
Playing time is emotional. Coaches and parents evaluate differently. Instead of demanding answers, try curiosity. What did you learn tonight? What's one thing you want to improve by next practice? That keeps the athlete centered, not the conflict. Okay, a practical, recitable checklist. I'll say each item slowly so you can jot it down. 1. FERPA release signed at the college registrar. 2. A medical power of attorney or event-specific medical authorization, notarized if possible. 3. Written travel permissions, listing dates, contacts, and an emergency plan. Email is fine. It creates a timestamped record. 4. A shared digital folder with receipts, insurance cards, and schedules. Use a simple name and keep it updated. 5. A short signed agreement between parents about who covers non-routine athletic costs, travel, training, specialty gear. Even a one-paragraph doc helps. Also add emergency contacts beyond mom and dad, the athletic trainer, compliance officer, and a local family friend or relative. Triple-layered plans reduce confusion. Scripts for heart talks. Keep it logistical and time-limited. Try, when the season is heavy, I'll handle mornings and you take evenings for the next 4 weeks. We'll check back on X date. Finite proposals are easier to accept than open-ended changes.
And if you wake up to a frantic recruiting text at 2 a.m., here's a template you can actually send. Flight confirmed for 6:10, arriving 10 p.m. Coach and trainer are on site. I am the emergency contact while I'm traveling. Please confirm you receive this. Short, actionable, saves a follow-up panic call.
If a co-parent repeatedly undermines plans, document changes and reply with a calm boundary. I prefer we keep the child's schedule consistent. If you need to change pickup, please send a text with details so we both have the same information. Keep your response neutral and factual. Play a short shared song before your kid leaves. 2 minutes of a familiar track can do more than a long talk. Play that TLC-style R&B cut, and suddenly the dorm smells like home for a moment. Use it before departure, and it becomes shorthand for "you're loved." Quick recap. Get the FERPA and medical releases. Document travel and expense agreements. Keep a shared folder. Use neutral scripts. And keep one tiny ritual when schedules change. Those 5 moves make stress manageable and keep the focus on your kid. Legal note. Family law details depend on your state and your custody order. For state-specific rules, or if a cost pattern becomes a long-term issue, consult a local family law attorney. A short consult often saves a long headache. If you'd like to talk about your situation, visit thelegalassistancecenter.net to book a free 30-minute consultation and mention this episode when they go pro-ish.
Thanks for hanging out in Danny's Den. If this episode helped, subscribe for more weekly mixes of law, love, sports, and pop culture. Drop a comment with questions, and as always, let's chat.